When the games end today, the trade deadline will be 2 days away. And while we've already seen some big names change teams, Carlos Dunlap to the Seahawks, Everson Griffen to the Lions, there may be a few more moves that take place before Tuesday at 4 p.m. ET. And we went over some of them last week. Click here for last week's news.
Based on conversations with several sources around the league, here is a snapshot look at what to watch for. The Packers may have the second highest scoring offense in the NFL, but they still may add a weapon down the stretch. Sources say Green Bay has maintained interest in Texans' W.R. Will Fuller over the past few weeks, and that interest goes back as far as the summer.
Expect that to ramp up as Tuesday nears. It'll likely take a high pick, as Houston needs to restock its draft board. Kenny Stills has also drawn some interest. But if the Texans decide Fuller isn't there for the long term, it does make sense to trade him.
As for Green Bay, handing Aaron Rodgers another deep threat is downright scary. The Browns don't want to trade tight end David Njoku, but there is a chance it happens, anyway.
Stocked at the position, with Austin Hooper set to return next week and rookie Harrison Bryant coming on strong, teams have been calling Cleveland. It may take as high as a 4th-round pick, but at the right price, perhaps the former first-rounder Njoku could be had.
In the final year of his contract, it would make sense if he won't be there next year, anyway. When Washington benched QB Dwayne Haskins, it started the clock on his potential departure from the organization.
While the WFTHASNT shopped its former first-round pick, this much is evident. If a team is looking for a high-ceiling QB to develop, Washington would part with him for the right price. As of now, that market has been relatively quiet. While Washington is open to dealing pass rusher Ryan Anderson, it seems it is intent on keeping Ryan Kerrigan for all he means to the organization.
The Patriots are under .500, a rarity for them at this point in the season. And that has led to questions about whether they will be sellers at the trade deadline.
While they'd always discuss any deal, the sense is they won't be sellers. In reality, who would they trade? The prime suspect is Stephon Gilmore, who just put his house up for sale in the area.
But it simply doesn't sound feasible at this point, nor is it even clear that the Patriots would want to. The Gilmore situation sounds like more smoke than fire, and his knee injury on Thursday complicates it even more.
The Falcons won't have a fire sale, but they are open to dealing pass rusher Takarius McKinley, and they've had talks to make it happen. Seattle appears open to adding more on defense, and the systems are the same.
That would make sense. Anderson from Washington would also make sense for Seattle. Among the other possible names who could get traded if the right situation arises, Dolphins RB Jordan Howard has been the subject of some calls, while Bengals WR John Ross reiterated his request to be traded this week.
The Seahawks could part with T. Jacob Hollister, especially if they need to shed some salary. The Saints won't be trading WR Michael Thomas, despite some speculation.
He remains out this week with a hamstring injury.